Hello, Norman No Mates here again. Now today, a little bit of a different job, a bit of plumbing. I'm going to be changing over the tap for a water filter system. Now this is a pure tap that I'm going to be changing, but only the tap mechanism. So I'll show you this. So this is what I've got. One of these that sits in the top of your bench top. We'll get the other one and we'll go around and we'll show you where we're at. So that's what I'm changing out, because this one had slightly broken at the end and bent. Now I've got no doubt I could go to Puritap and get one changed, but realistically that might be, I bet they'll charge $90 for one of these, and they'd probably charge another $40 for fitting. But as you know, I'm pretty handy, so I'm going to fit this myself. Where's that black bit door? The little handle for in there. Right, so what I've got is I've got a new one, and I'm going to fit that in there like that. So what you need is you need a 15mm spanner for here, and you need a 15mm for here. Underneath, because this is the bit that the pipe goes on. So I'm going to show you what I've done, because I've actually started disconnecting it. So it's up, excuse me, it's up under here. So hopefully you can see what's happening. This is the tap that went under there. That's that 15mm nut that goes on the end of here. So that goes up there. 13mm rather, did I say 15? That's a 13mm for there. And that is a 15mm. Take that off there, and then if you slacken these, it'll come straight out. Now this is slightly awkward. Now, number of spanners here. I'll show you on the top. Now, number of spanners that you need. Now, ideally, you'd need a 13mm and probably a 15mm, not necessarily the 15, but certainly the 13 to take that off. But this is 9/16 and ½ inch, so it just doesn't fit. So I've got an old, sorry, not old, cheap 13mm spanner. So what you could do is you actually cut hacksaw out the bit there so that it is the same as that, because this is like a $2.50 spanner from a local hardware store, and I normally buy a full set of these and throw them in four-wheel drive when I go four-wheel driving, because if I lose them I really don't care. These ones here are the Synchrome ones. I don't want ever to lose these, because these are absolutely terrific and fantastic. So it's got a 13mm on there and a 15mm on there, but it would be better, this is a 13mm ring end and spanner end, open end, it would be better if the end was open to do this kind of a job. But like I say, now there's a number of series of gaskets and stuff for underneath here, but I'll get this one out first and I'll put it in and I'll show you how I'm going to do it, because I've got to cut the end of the existing pipe, because Puritap stuff never lines up. So I'm just going to cut the end, take off the nut and do what I need to do for the new tap system. And this cost me $22. Delivered in 5 days, and that would probably quite likely, because it's got the sticker on it, Probably cost me, I don't know, like say $80 maybe plus $40 fitting, or $60 plus $40 fitting. Okay, I will get back to you very short. So I've got the other one out, which was quite easy. I just backed off that nut there from that. Now you might ask the question why these are so long, but they can go through a wooden bench top. So if your bench top's 40mm or 30mm thick, you can drill it through and put it through the bench top if you need to. That's the reason that's so long. It's a bit of a nuisance when you're putting them in. But anyway, this is what I've got. I've got some silicone around there. Could ask a question, what would you need silicone? Probably not, but I think I like to put silicone in there just purely because I don't want to go back and I don't want to have any leaks. So if I put it in there now, I put it in there now. So there is the chrome ferrule that goes on the top, and there is a rubber gasket underneath. So like I say, I put some silicone. So I'm just going to put that straight through there. Then there is a series of nuts here. So there's the grab washer. So I'll put that on next, underneath. Put it underneath. And then there's a nice little, no actually I might put that in first. That in first. To seal it I might put some silicone around there. Dab it on. Put the grab washer. And then put the nut on the bottom, and this is 15mm, sorry, 13mm, not 15mm, which just came off. So that's what we'll do, and then I'll get back to you about the olive, because I've got to cut the other nut off the pipe. Okay, let's do that. That is the tap in. Nice and tight, like I say, that can swivel any way you want it, you know, and it'll work like that. Now, I've got a nut and what you call an olive. Now here, they've given me, well you might not see it there, you might not see it, I've taken it off there, because it's clear. So this goes up the end of the pipe, just to keep the pipe open. And obviously that goes on the pipe, and that goes on first. Don't forget to put that on first. So this is what's here, hopefully you'll see that. So that's existing olive and existing nut. Now this nut fits the end of my tap fitting, like that. Hopefully you can see that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to cut it off just so I've got new pipe. Now there's plenty of length, so make sure if you're doing this, you make sure you've got enough length. So this is loads of length, so I'm just going to cut it off where my fingernail is, you know, probably about 15mm. I'm going to then refit my olive. I'm not sure if that this will go up the end of the pipe, but I'll see that. I can't do it one-handed. It's probably about the size of it, unless I heat the end of the pipe up with boiling water. So I could do that and then try and force that in, and I'll just keep it open. You probably don't need it because there's nothing there to squash it. The olive is squashing against this. The olive is squashing against the inside, which is beveled, like in there. On my tap is actually beveled, so the olive will sit in the bevel and then it'll squash it up. So let's do that first. So hopefully you can see that pipe is in. You don't have to overdo it. I'm going to cut behind there, make sure nothing's snagging. Then open your valve, which is there. Now it was not fully opened when I had it. Just check for leaks. yeah, it's got to be snug, because the olive has got to squash against the seal. I mean, that's what makes the seal. I'll just open it just ever so slightly more. There's nothing else. That's the only valve that closed. No leaks. Now, that's just up the top. Move some of my bits and bobs. So this is up the top. Be a little bit of air in the system. No leaks whatsoever. I'm very happy with that. It's a slightly different sweep, as you can see from the other one, ever so slightly, but it doesn't really matter. Normally these O-rings go, so you can like pull this out of there and replace this O-rings if it's leaking, but this has been bent. This end one, it's been twisted and it's cracked. So underneath that O-ring there's a big crack. So I tried to put this in here, in there, but it wouldn't go. So I had to replace the whole thing, but it looks better. Looks new, and it's going through the same filter system. Didn't have to change the filter. Okay, so if you like, subscribe if you want, make a comment for sure. Okay, bye for now. Now I should just say before I go, apologies, not finished. See this here? That is what sits in here, and that's what makes the water go through like that. So you're actually in effect pulling that up. Now if you get a bit of a leak and whatnot, you can actually move that to suit up or down. Obviously you're going to be determined about if that's going under it, but that's what determines the water coming out. So hopefully you can see that. Anyway, I just thought I'd explain that. This one's getting thrown away. Okay, changing the water tap on a water filter system. Bye for now.